Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over CLNE, my swing right now, and I'm going to go over how I found it, why I like it, due diligence, etc. So let's start on how I found it. So I'm basically using stock charts right now, and I'm running an oversold scanner. So these are my settings for the scanner. So once I click run scan, these are the type of stocks that are come up, just oversold stocks and I just go through each and every single one of them till I found one that I really like. So I usually sort them by volume and I just start going over them. So of course CLNE is not going to be here because I already had found it days before today, but these are just the ones that would come up today if I was looking for a swing. So let's look at the chart. I obviously drew all of these trend lines out already. My two indicators right now are the MA20 and the MA200. And everything else is just drawn out. So right now the MA200, which is this red line right here, is acting as support for these current price levels. So the reason why I like this chart is because we're in this channel right here and we're looking to bounce off support. So we're at current support levels from last time. So this blue box right here shows where we held support last time and then popped. So I'm expecting it to do the same exact thing. Right now, 200 SMA is also acting as support, which is a good long-term indicator. And that's acting as support. We have this channel right here where, as you can see, it's bounced once, bounced twice, and I expect it to bounce again. And we also have this previous line right here, this line of support right here. So the two other reasons why I like it is the RSI, it's oversold and it's coming back. It looks like it's about to bounce again. And also the MACD is curling. This is called the MACD crossover. It's a positive indicator, so that's a good sign as well. So that's basically why I like the chart, and we're gonna be going over why I like the due diligence. Alright guys, and next thing I wanted to do was go to FinViz and basically just go through the latest PR, stuff like that. So you can see the most recent analyst rating as Needham. They increased their buy to $12. So furthermore, what happened basically, they recently signed a contract with Chevron, which invested a $28 million in the initiative, which provides truck operators, large fleets, etc. So that's basically a big investment for a company like CLNE. They also have some contracts with BP Total and some other companies. So one other thing that caught my eye was when I was checking their earnings. That was most of my due diligence in flooded swings here. Hold on, let me go through that. Okay. Give me a second, guys. So basically, I'm gonna be going through. I already read through most of this earnings call transcript, but I divided most of the important parts and put them in here. So basically, I'm just gonna be covering most of the important parts and why I took the swing position when I've already divided them and set them in flooded swings, so you guys should have already read them on your own, but I'm just going to go in through them. Let's see. So here you can see they have a huge deal with Amazon that's talking about $700 million, and they're talking about a strike price target of $13.49 per share if Amazon earns into the warrant. So their most recent announcement is the most important commercial event in clean energy's history. Not surprisingly, for a deal like this, we're under a non-disclosure restriction. So this basically means that they can't release any information about it now, and we should be expecting a PR soon, later in the future, about this deal. Here they talk about the two agreements they have with Amazon. One is Amazon agreeing to buy a substantial amount of renewable energy, of natural gas, potentially hundreds of millions of gallons of RNG. So I don't expect Amazon to lag on this deal anytime soon, since they are rapidly growing, especially because of COVID. They did very good, etc. So I'm expecting them to hold their end of this deal. And them saying that this is the most important commercial event in clean energy's history is pretty much a big deal. So CLNE and Amazon might eventually become a sympathy type play, and later on in the future, especially with these deals, showing up. Another thing that I read that was good, they said, let me read this. We have in the pipeline 25 different dairy projects where we're working through the negotiations with the forum. So I'm sure, these are negotiations right now. So I'm sure once they finish with these negotiations, they will definitely release some type of press release to the public. So that can be another type of PR that we're awaiting. So there are so many catalysts to this stock right now. We have so many things that we can look forward to in the future. We have these 25 different dairy projects, and we have the 2 deals that we're doing with Amazon. Okay, guys. Alright, guys. So basically, after we go through all of that, next thing I wanted to do was look through their balance sheet. And if we pull it up, usually I like to use Yahoo Finance for their cash flow, balance sheet, income statement, etc. So we can see that they have a total cash of 150 million. And they have a total debt of 125 million. So usually this looks a bit like something I don't like to see. But considering that they have big deals with Amazon, Chevron, and a ton of other companies that they're working through, I think they're in a good position to pay off most of that debt in the next couple of years, or probably a lot more than that. But I think they're in a good financial position for now with all of the deals that they have coming through. But if we go through most of that, I'm pretty sure that covers most of it all. I think this earnings call is where most of the due diligence is going to be, and where most of the things I like about it is going to be. But yeah, I think that goes through it all. We can see that analyst ratings, we have Raymond James. I actually looked into this, and I see that he downgraded because this was before the earnings, and it was because he says that the Amazon deal isn't, he doesn't believe in the Amazon deal. But after this earnings transcript, where they released a lot more due diligence on this Amazon deal, as I went through a ton here, this is basically the most important part of the earnings transcript. I think that he's most likely going to change this analyst rating. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is mostly why I took a swing position in CLNE, and let me give you guys an update. So I'm watching for the 7.55 level to hold, 7.5 level, around there. I want to see a bounce tomorrow or anytime soon to 8.5 to $9 plus. That would potentially be my target, like we saw over here. But if not, if we do go under, I will just stop out and move on to the next swing. But we did the due diligence. The chart is perfect. Beta is good, which is comparison to the SPY. MACD looks good. RSI looks good. Everything is in check. And if this swing doesn't work out, we'll just take the loss and move on to the next one. But looks pretty good for now. I'll watch the 7.5 level, and I'll update you guys for anything else. All right, thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.